Join me as I dive into some Buddhist teachings and challenge myself to embrace calm and overcome my anxiety for a whole week. Buddhist teachings offer a unique perspective on managing anxiety, focusing on cultivating inner peace and calmness in the midst of chaos, which is especially relevant in today's fast-paced world. Anxiety is a widespread issue in modern society, affecting millions of people worldwide. It can manifest in different forms, from mild unease to debilitating fear, and can impact daily life in significant ways. Many people struggle to cope with anxiety, feeling overwhelmed and unsure of how to manage their emotions. Anxiety can also affect relationships, work performance, and overall well-being. The impact of anxiety on mental health is a significant concern, and finding effective solutions is essential to mitigate its effects. The prevalence of anxiety in modern society is a complex issue, influenced by various factors such as social media, work pressure, and personal relationships. Understanding the root causes of anxiety is crucial in developing effective coping strategies. By acknowledging the complexity of anxiety, individuals can begin to address the underlying issues and work towards finding peace and calmness. The constant demands of modern life can exacerbate anxiety, making it challenging to find moments of calmness. However, by incorporating mindfulness and self-care practices into daily routines, individuals can better manage their anxiety. Simple practices like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga can help reduce stress and anxiety, promoting a sense of well-being. Mindfulness is a key Buddhist concept that involves being present in the moment, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice can help individuals develop a greater awareness of their thoughts and emotions, allowing them to better manage anxiety. Impermanence, another important concept, reminds us that everything is constantly changing, and clinging to things can exacerbate anxiety. Compassion, or loving kindness, is also essential in Buddhist teachings, encouraging individuals to cultivate kindness and understanding towards themselves and others. The practice of mindfulness can be applied to daily life in various ways, such as paying attention to breath, body sensations, or emotions. By focusing on the present moment, individuals can reduce worries about the past or future, which often contribute to anxiety. Mindfulness can also help develop a sense of curiosity and openness, allowing individuals to approach challenges with a clearer mind. Additionally, mindfulness practices like walking meditation or mindful movement can help individuals cultivate a sense of calmness and clarity. Buddhist teachings also emphasize the importance of letting go, or non-attachment, in managing anxiety. This practice involves releasing attachment to thoughts, emotions, and outcomes, allowing individuals to cultivate a sense of freedom and peace. Meditation is a powerful practice that can help individuals develop this sense of letting go by focusing on the present moment and observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. Regular meditation practice can lead to a significant reduction in anxiety, promoting a sense of calmness and well-being. The practice of letting go can be challenging, as it requires individuals to confront and release deep-seated attachments and fears. However, with consistent practice and patience, individuals can develop the skills to let go of anxiety-provoking thoughts and emotions. Meditation can also help individuals develop a greater sense of self-awareness, allowing them to recognize patterns and habits that contribute to anxiety. By cultivating this awareness, individuals can make conscious choices to let go of attachments and develop a more peaceful relationship with themselves and others. One of the most transformative insights from Buddhism is the understanding that anxiety is not a fixed state, but rather a transient experience that can be managed and overcome. This understanding can be incredibly liberating, as it allows individuals to approach anxiety with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than fear and resistance. By embracing this perspective, individuals can begin to develop a sense of calmness and clarity, even in the midst of challenging circumstances. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment and craving, and anxiety often stems from our desires for control and certainty. The more we cling to specific outcomes, the more anxious we become. However, when we begin to loosen our grip and accept life as it unfolds, we open ourselves to a deeper sense of peace. This doesn't mean we should become passive, but rather, we should learn to act wisely and with intention, without being consumed by fear of the unknown. As I immerse myself in Buddhist teachings, I realize that one of the greatest obstacles to overcoming anxiety is our tendency to resist it. We often try to push away anxious thoughts, labeling them as bad or unwanted, but this resistance only amplifies them. Buddhism teaches us to acknowledge and observe our emotions without identifying with them. Instead of saying, "I am anxious," we can practice saying, "I am experiencing anxiety." This small shift in language creates distance between ourselves and our emotions, helping us see that we're not defined by our feelings. Another powerful Buddhist teaching that helped me was the concept of equanimity. Equanimity is the ability to remain balanced and steady in the face of life's ups and downs. Anxiety often arises because we react too strongly to challenges, believing that we must solve everything immediately. But Buddhism reminds us that we can learn to respond rather than react. By practicing equanimity, we develop the ability to face difficulties with a calm and steady mind, knowing that no state of suffering is permanent. As I applied these teachings to my daily life, I began to notice subtle yet profound changes. When I felt anxiety creeping in, instead of running away from it, I sat with it. I observed the physical sensations, tightness in my chest, a racing heart, shallow breath, without judgment. I acknowledged the thoughts that accompany my anxiety, but did not let them control me. I reminded myself of impermanence. Just as a storm eventually passes, so too would this feeling. By allowing anxiety to be present without feeding it, I found that it lost its grip on me much faster than before. Compassion also played a crucial role in my journey. Often, anxiety is accompanied by self-criticism. We judge ourselves for feeling anxious, believing we should be stronger or more in control. But Buddhist teachings encourage us to practice self-compassion. Instead of berating myself for feeling anxious, I offer myself kindness. I imagined speaking to myself as I would to a dear friend. This simple shift transformed my relationship with anxiety, turning it from an enemy into a teacher. Meditation became a daily refuge. Each morning, I sat in silence, focusing on my breath. When anxious thoughts arose, I observed them without attachment, letting them drift like clouds in the sky. Some days were easier than others, but over time, I found that I carried a sense of calm with me throughout the day. The more I practiced, the more I understood that true peace does not come from eliminating anxiety, but from changing our relationship with it. Throughout the week, I also explored loving-kindness meditation, or metta. This practice involves sending wishes of happiness and peace to oneself and others. I started by offering kindness to myself. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. Then, I extended these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those I struggled with. This practice softened my heart and reminded me that I was not alone in my struggles. Everyone experiences anxiety at some point. By the end of the week, I realized that Buddhism does not promise a life without anxiety, but it does offer a path to finding peace within it. The key is not to escape discomfort, but to embrace it with mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. When we stop fighting anxiety and start understanding it, we free ourselves from its control. If you struggle with anxiety, I encourage you to explore these teachings for yourself. Try incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine, practice self-compassion, and remember that all emotions are temporary. Anxiety may still arise, but with time and practice, you can develop the tools to face it with greater ease and confidence. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your experiences with anxiety in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about mindfulness and mental well-being, be sure to check out my other videos.